Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you on how you can create a grid in Canva. And there will be 3 different methods that I'm about to show you in this tutorial. So let's start with the first method, which is the simplest one. All you need to do is you have to go to the element section, and then you want to navigate to this search bar, and you want to search for, let's say, 3x3 grid, and you want to navigate to the graphic section, because this is usually where you can find a lot of different styles and options. So for example, if I click here, it will insert this document, this element into my document, and I could start working on it. So that is the first method. Honestly, this is not the prettiest, because the options, even though we have a lot, it's kind of limited and we barely can do anything about it. Like if you want to add more square, it's going to be more challenging. So I do recommend either the second or the third method. The second method is a bit more exhausting, but it allows you to customize the style, or pretty much customize anything about the grid. So I'm talking about designing your own grid. All you need to do is you have to go to the element section, click shapes, and then you want to insert a line, and this line is going to be the first one that you want to create. This is the first basic element to start building a grid. And you can, let's say, duplicate. Maybe I'm going to put it here, and let's duplicate it again. Let's put it maybe here. So I want to make sure that the distance is the same. I'm going to copy or duplicate, and let's sorry about that, I need to move it here, something like that. And now I'm going to maybe put it somewhat in the middle. Okay, that is good enough. Now I'm going to group them, and I'm going to duplicate it. Let's rotate this grid, and we got this grid design, which looks really cool. It's not perfect, but I think this is good enough. So this is pretty good because it allows you to customize the thickness, the color, the style of this grid. You can use dashes or dots. You don't have to use a solid line. So this is very useful if you are into customizing the grid. But of course, it could be exhausting, especially if you have a really big document, or you have plenty of grids on the page. Then you probably want to use the third method. So for the third method, we are going to use an app. Navigate to the app section, and you want to search for grid. That is the name of the app. Click on it. Click on the app, click open, and we are going to design our own grid using this tool. So you can decide the shape. There are plenty of different styles here. I think the solid line is the standard, and you can choose either use solid or dash. I think I'm going to use solid. The stroke width is basically just the thickness of the grid. I guess I'm going to keep it around 8, and the rows is just the number of, well, the rows on the grid. So for example, I'm going to increase it to 9, and the same is true for the columns. It's going to be 9 as well. So it's going to be a perfect square top from the vertical and horizontal axis. And after that, you can change the color if you want. I'm going to select maybe green color and click add to design when you're done. So we got this grid very quickly. We just need to decide what shape, line type, stroke width, rows and columns, and also the color that we want for this particular grid. So there you have it, 3 different methods to create a grid in Canva. I hope you find this video to be helpful, and I'll see you on the next video.